start. Legends sing praises of a batsman from Sweden. He wears a mask and never misses his target. They call him Gyokeres, and he is here to add more firepower to the cannon. Welcome to the Arsenal, Viktor Gyökeres. Welcome to the Arsenal, and we are here to talk about our transfers, mainly about Viktor Gyökeres, the transfer saga that is going on right now, the transfer saga that they say is close to completion, the transfer saga that is this close to hitting the target, and that is going to be done by a man who never misses. That's Viktor Gyökeres, and we are here to talk about everything about the transfer. And I'm here joined today by Deepak, Arun, and Suchit.
Yeah.
And we go. Yes, guys. Yes, guys. So it's almost becoming certain that we are going to sign Viktor Gyökeres. And of course, there is this mischief monger in the president at Sporting who is a complete shit disturber, as we've seen now. He is never happy with getting things done smoothly, and he is causing more trouble now as well. So, in this episode, we are going to talk about all that has been happening in the saga so far, with the hope that we are able to land this guy. I think all of us here, all four of us are here, are about, let's say, 95% confident that this is going to happen. Well, there is that 5% that is still left up in the air, but we trust better.
I would give it 99%.
Okay,
Because
you're
it's
more
Berta.
confident than I am then.
No. The thing is, I would give 99% because it's Berta. I would have given 75% if it was Edu. So yeah.
Okay,
that's
you
the
trust
difference.
Edu more than what we do.
No. I give Berta 99 and 75 for Edu.
75. That's what I'm saying. So you still have belief in Edu pulling this over. That's still pretty high confidence. Yeah. So like the thing with this. Before we go into the podcast, do like, share, and subscribe to the channel MTA 360. Of course, we have Suchit with us from Football Showdown. Give his channel some love as well. And if you speak Tamil or understand Tamil, we have out of London for you. So do go and give some love there. And I don't think Arun and Deepak will be happy if I don't mention about this.
Yeah.
Malu Talks Arsenal for all of you Malu brothers. Go there, check them out. They produce great content. So do give them a like, share, and subscribe. So I think, like Suchit, we spoke like you need to improve your Telugu, man. That's the only thing that is missing here. So yes, we'll get there as well. South India United, I guess. So yeah, we're here to talk about this transfer, like I said at the beginning. But the thing which I would like to start with is basically the fact that this club and especially this president have a history of being shit disturbers in transfers like this. And this is not the first time that this is happening. Like when we initially were haggling over the transfer value, and there were like talks of deals collapsing, like before we got the update from Ornstein and Mcbell, I did see people posting tweets about how things have happened in a very similar way in the past for other clubs. Bruno Fernandes, same thing happened. Marcos Rojo, same thing happened. And I saw other clubs too. He did the same thing for his players. So basically, he sort of what the feeling that I got was that he treats them more as commodities than players at the club. I do understand that's their model of being able to sell at a higher rate and then cover all of their expenses. But this sort of how do I put it? The history that he has set up and like the way in which he's dealing with it is sort of making me seem that he tries to act tough, but at the end he just like gives in to what people need. So your thoughts on this, guys? Let's start with that, and then like we can continue on. We can talk about more topics.
Yeah, I don't.
I mean, I expect anyone to start. I don't know.
No.
Silence, guys. Come on.
Sorry. No. I was listening. No. So I just saw the news, and it's so disheartening to deal with these kind of toxic people. Like the first of all, these agent Viktor Gyökeres and his agent had already the so-called gentleman's agreement that was set up last season. When Gyokeres wanted to leave last season, they said, okay, just stay for 1 more year and then you can leave for like on a very low release clause or whatever. And now they all of a sudden he's just shifted, and the major point to see here is like Arsenal were willing to pay more than what he wanted as the
Mm.
fixed price. You know what? That's the craziest part. Like we were not even lowballing them. We were trying to like, okay, we are ready to give you this amount fixed, and it's just the add-ons. And now they're saying, and then that it was like 1 or 2 weeks before that we heard the advanced stages and everything. That then again it got a bit on hold, and now last Sunday, yesterday, we got that news from David Ornstein saying that the principle has agreed in principle. The fixed fees has been agreed, but still the problem was Fabrizio did not tweet that here we go. Fabrizio did not.
Ah,
So I was
forget
very
about him. I don't care about Fabrizio anymore.
No.
It's for me.
No.
It's Ornstein, Hand of Arsenal, Sami Mukbel, then me, and then Fabrizio. So
See,
No, I
we
totally
all
agree.
regarding Arsenal or any kind of news in the latest, like latter stage of his career now, like last year and all. Even we can be a Fabrizio because someone puts the news out there. Just next second, he'll go to the Twitter, Instagram with his video and everything, and he'll post it. Within the next 1 hour or so, he'll put it in ChatGPT, ask ChatGPT to paraphrase it, change the same news into a different language, the language in the sense different format. He'll put that as a story, hundreds of stories. So that is the problem. So if you consider about Ornstein, it is just that he puts a bomb that's done for that news, and then he concludes it with the here like his kind of a here we go kind of a format, and that's done. He's not bragging about that every day,
Yeah.
every hour.
No, I agree with that. I'm just saying that because there are certain details that are finer details that's getting done. That is why it is taking a bit long to like completely seal the deal. The deal has not yet been sealed, is what I hear. But some sources are
I
telling
think
that.
that's what you want to keep telling yourself, right?
Yeah,
you
because it
know,
always feels like that. Because remember when Hand of Arsenal also, like, I think, tweeted out saying that we assume that this is done and we have gone to other profiles and we started to work on that. So I think if that is the case as well, like seeing how credible he's been this summer at least, and like how people have been aggregating him for his work as well, I think we can take it for his word that uh,
Yeah,
it is a done deal and we just have
it
to
is a
get
done deal,
that. Yeah.
definitely. But
yeah,
it's
it's
just
a
that
done deal, bro.
yeah, it's a done deal. The thing is like they're
Yeah.
just hanging on to that add-ons, which is
Mm,
very frustrating
mm,
for me
mm,
at least. Yeah, but
It's
anyway,
yeah, it's simple, bro. Like greed makes you a brat, not a human. That is the problem with the sporting director now.
yeah, I
This
guess,
it's
yeah.
it's I know we love bashing this sporting guy, but I think there are two things here that should be a lesson for all footballers. Like a gentleman
yeah.
agreement without anything written on paper
Mm,
Yeah,
means nothing.
it's
mm,
bullshit. Yeah.
So that's like that was a big mistake from I feel like Gyokeres and his agent. They
mm,
should have, I believe, gotten something in paper. Like that's what sells. We are past the times of saying that my tongue is my paper or like my word is my
mm,
nothing. All
mm,
that goes out of the window. They
mm,
should have gotten something better there. But I think
mm,
also another thing is given that these clubs operate on a model of sustenance based on sales, I don't think we can blame them too much either, like as a club. But yeah, we can bash the president guy for how
mm,
he's acting. But I think as a club, their stance always is something that is going to be like super
mm,
Uh,
stringent, not
mm,
easy to deal with, but they produce the talent that everybody wants.
mm,
So
mm,
they sort of have the leverage all the time. So I think that's more. It's got more to do with how this guy is dealing. And I do have to say, like I think Gyökeres and his agent missed a trick by not getting stuff in writing. That was like a bit off on their part for sure. Yeah.
It's similar
yeah,
to the even Napoli president, right? Because
Yeah.
we don't want to deal with Napoli's president because of this reason
mm,
only.
Yeah.
Uh, See, from a business point of view, and from I think their own club's perspective, it is a great thing that they're trying to milk out as much money as possible. But as fans who are trying to get talent from those clubs is always hard. I think Kvaratskhelia could have been a nice deal for like 60 to 70 million, but they know an English Premier League coming in, they'll try to quote different prices. Because how are you telling me that for like 60 to 70 million, Kvaratskhelia has gone to PSG, but not any other Premier League club? There's no way, because there are clubs like Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea. Chelsea always wants a left winger, no matter how many people they get. That's a different case. But like there are clubs who want Kvaratskhelia, and they know the kind of work rate that he can bring in. There's no way such money can be just thrown for such a young player.
Yeah, normally I see a lot of European club presidents behave this way. We have also dealt with the OR saga. Remember in the 2-3 years before summer with Leon, we had that
Hosamawa.
Or
Yeah, yeah,
Jose
yeah.
Mourinho.
Osama.
It
Yeah.
was crazy. That guy was like,
Awa.
re-
Was it president or was it agent? I think his brother was the agent who was causing all the issue, if I'm not wrong.
also the president was like, his name was like what, Aurelius, something like that. Very hard negotiator as well. So mostly all these European clubs, but on a devil's, if you play that like a devil's advocate, we have to say that that's a business at the end of the day. So they will get that money. They want the money for sure.
Bro,
So yeah.
even in the case of the word business, if you say, there is something called negotiation, right? uh, Here what is happening is they negotiated with the like front end money, which is 63.5 now.
Hmm.
Now they are like playing with the 10 like the 10 million add-ons, which is like they want it more over uh, uh, amount that is easier for them to get it back, rather than making it half easy and half difficult. That half part is what they want more. So the deal is more over like a 73 million deal rather than a 63.5
Mhm,
plus
mhm, mhm.
10 add-on. So they are trying to get much, but there is no negotiation happening at the latter part, I feel, because what is happening is they want it. uh, they are trying to get what they want, that's all. There is no respect or any kind of mutual understanding between this.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I mean, it's the good thing here is that Gyokeres is pushing for the move, and
Yep.
he wants to get it done. So he's like ready to go to any lengths. Even he's ready to have his contract cancelled over there, so he can come and play. And he did try that trick, because he did try like not going like to the training sessions, because of the rules that they have with respect to their training sessions, forcing them to sort of move. And even if they did like do this tough guy act, if the president did like try to continue with the tough guy act, he would have a player who was probably willing to just sit and not do anything
Hmm.
rather than play for them. That sort of like pushed everything in our favor. That's where like we got it. But um, right, we at the beginning we spoke about like us being 95-99% confident about getting the deal done. So let's
Hmm.
assume we do get the deal done. We did hear another Swedish guy going to place which we don't want him to go to. So considering that, and considering that this guy has been playing in the Premier League, did that news affect your, let's say, joy about getting Gyokeres in any way? Like the names that they are getting linked to, and because the thing is, where we are right now and where the other teams are right now, adding a
Hmm.
Gyokeres or let's say an SA is going to definitely strengthen us.
Hmm.
But with those teams strengthening too, do you feel we are on equal terms, or are the scales balanced? That's the main question for me. Like, not to be a dampener with this signing, but like this is my main question. Are we still going to keep playing catch up, or are we at a stage where we can say like, yes, we are all on equal terms, and next term we are not just going to be like challenging for the sake of challenging, but we are actually going to be there till the last game week like we did 2 seasons ago?
So yeah, you wanna go or
No, no,
okay?
you go.
I'll
Okay.
I'll go last. I have
Yeah.
a sir. I'll have an opinion. I'll go last. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Cool. So
Un-
what is
uh,
it?
Uncomfortable questions, asking uncomfortable questions is what I'm really good at.
No. This is a question actually. We initially before off the video we were talking. We speak about it or not? But it has this is a good question. The way you frame the question, it still comes to our discussions. So basically, if it was an ideal scenario, let's say if we spend 120 to 130 million on Isak, if it had fixed the issue, if that was the only issue we had, I guess fine, I'll take it. But is that the case? I don't think so, personally.
No.
You know, for me, if you just get on Isak, well, I do not think the issues are not gonna still happen again. And how can you say that he is not gonna get injured again? You just never know. And I'm not like hating or something on
No, no,
whatever,
absolutely. No.
I'm not doing that. But so what I mean by that, when you spend money, I feel like if you spend that money on Eze and a good left winger, and now the Gyökeres, and we have
My
also
brother,
signed
Eze is the
Madueke.
left winger.
Bro,
No,
I
no,
don't
no.
know. I don't know. Yeah, but I think Madueke is the left winger. But yeah, I don't know
Okay,
about that.
Eze, I was better there. I guess.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
Civil
the
War,
thing is,
Civil War, exact Civil
so
War that has
it's
erupted.
like I am being the most positive here, I guess, in this now, most probably. So the thing is, with regards to Isak going to the so-called Liverpool club, I would say when it came to the transfer window in January and December, we discussed about Subimendi, right? If Subimendi goes to City or Liverpool, they are untouchable or they are getting more stronger than anything. It is going to be a strong midfield and everything like that. That is the same player that is in Arsenal right now. And with him in the midfield, and Gyokeres is a great prospect. He's well proven in the Portuguese league with 66 goals in a season, and he has proved well against City in Champions League as well. And number of goals he scored in Champions League. It is like a like to like balance that is happening rather than them getting higher or something like that. We know what Isak gives and what is his injury concerns and everything, but they don't know what Gyokeres can give or not. That is the
Oh,
difference.
yes, let's go.
Okay, okay, that's Liverpool fans might come for you, but
Right.
Okay, I
no,
wouldn't
but
go. I wouldn't go
Shots
there,
fired.
but
Shots fired.
I wouldn't go there because, like, see, his injury record last season has been pretty good. He's started close to like what 32 to 33 games in the league itself, if I'm not wrong. Apart from the suspensions and the small niggles that he generally gets. But if you see from squad perspective, right, I think Kirkis they brought in because Robertson is getting old, so that's a replacement. Frimpong again a replacement for Trent. I think the only player who I think is like a level raiser or floor whatever these fancy terms are, or an improvement. Let's just say improvement is I think
But
Words
yeah,
because Frimpong and Kirkis is like a replacement from their general
yeah.
starting lineup. So I still think they need to invest in a DM, which I'm kind of
Mhm.
surprised that they have not targeted so far. Apart from that, Wirtz is the only player who I think is like okay, this is like proper improvement from their previous season. Now we know Isak. Let us not kid ourselves that oh we got Gyokeres, everything is fine. Let's not go there. We can be very honest regarding this, right? Yeah, because we I've not seen Henri play. I'm too young to say that. Oh, I've seen. You guys have
Yeah.
seen. Not to say that I'm too young or anything, or you guys are too old. Nothing regarding that.
Wait,
uh,
you could have just stopped. I have never seen
yeah,
Andre
yeah,
play
yeah.
and gone on. That would have been perfect, actually. Yeah.
so, but I've seen enough compilations. Every Arsenal fan has to go through that phase where they are like, "Oh, what if we seen this player in our lifetime?" and all that, right? So, he's the closest we have seen who is not an Arsenal player but is a very Arsenal-esque player. And like how Arun Bro from MTA360 has said, if this is the only player that we need to invest in or the final piece, then I get investing 120 million. And it would still be a dream if we can get an Isak, but again, that's a whole dream. And that I wouldn't want us to get an Isak. I would rather get put that money on Rodrigo and Eze. I think that's more
Yeah.
good for the squad and everything. Again, dreams are dreams. We are humans. If we can only dream, and that's what we are asking. So yeah,
Bro, the
that's what I
That's
simple thing
true.
is 170 million is what we spent till now, right?
Hmm,
Comparing that installment and everything.
hmm,
He's yet to be on 120 million is start or 150 million something.
hmm,
So that nearly just 50 million extra. We have got six players.
hmm,
That so they have already spent 100 million on words, and now they are spending. They have money. They are spending on that. Just adding 2 players. So they've we heard that they are looking for Rodrigo as well.
Mm.
They are interested in, but if they spend on Isak, I don't think they'll be able to spend on Rodrigo.
No, they won't. That's the
Yeah,
thing. Even I don't think even they
Yeah,
have
that's
the
a
money to be able to go through that. They are pretty. They are in a pretty good financial situation. That's for sure.
Yeah.
And they
They-
also have like quite a few sellable assets. Like
Mm.
Nunes. There's been interest on Nunes. There's been like a bid from Bayern for like about 67 million euros or something for Diaz that they
I
refused.
think yeah.
they're
They
rejected.
refuse. So like they do have sellable assets, and if they're not, like if you're valuing him a Diaz higher than 67, 70 million or sticking on to 80 million, the kind of club they are when it comes to selling, they would probably be able to pull it off. That's the thing. But
Yeah,
it
yeah.
requires sales as well. And again, on the same note, I don't think we are the kind of club that can easily recover from a failed transfer. We've seen this time and again. If we do
Yeah.
get someone, that guy needs to be spot on. If we are going to fail with the transfer, that is going to haunt us for the next 5 years for sure.
Unless Berta changes the selling policies or
Unless, yeah.
yeah,
But then
unless
again,
something
it's
happens.
his first time, and we haven't yet to
Yeah.
see like him selling players
Mm.
that we need to sell as of now. None of those sales have happened yet either. So yeah,
Liverpool are able to sold Kwanzaa for like 30, and I think Brighton or somebody has bid what 40 million for Harvey Elliott, if I'm not wrong. So that is
yeah,
like 70 million pure profits. And correct me if I'm wrong, they can spend close to what 140 to 210 million in by using those profits. Basically 3 times of their pure profits, if I'm not wrong. So initially I was scared that could this be the one, because they're trying to sell Nunes and everything. I think a few months back or few weeks back I said this. I can't believe it has actually become it, or could become the truth, and it's kind of scary. But as long as we stick to our guns and do our bit and win our games and like do our business properly, it should be all right, no matter how other clubs are like investing
Yeah.
or like developing.
But you have to give it to the board also,
For
actually,
sure.
because Liverpool, what they did is like they made Newcastle choke at the moment because they just have to do something here because
yeah.
if
That's
they
like very efficient. I found. Sorry to cut you off. That's where I found like they
yeah,
gave them two
no,
choices.
hmm,
Either give us Isaac or we go for Ekitike.
a kid,
If
yeah,
you want to get both, yeah, spend that money, but you're going to be in trouble next season when you
next
have
year
to sell one of
exactly.
them. Yeah, and you will be caught under PSR. For me, Newcastle are not in any need to sell. That's the best thing for
Yeah.
them. So they can like forego, let's say, Ekitike and just keep Isak and maybe like send him for probably the same amount next year as well. There would be like some clubs who would be needing strikers. They could afford or worst case, if they want to be the big club that they want to be, they can keep him and just continue on with him as long as he's happy staying there. So that is good on that side. Unfortunately, guys, I have to leave right now, so I'll let you three have all of the fun.
Yeah, yeah.
no worries.
Thank you.
We'll,
Yeah,
we'll,
yeah.
yeah.
Thanks, Arun, bro. I'll take over from you. Actually,
Thank you, thank you. One Arun leaves and the other Arun takes over. Thank you.
All
Take care,
right,
guys. Yeah.
all right. Thanks, bro. Let's yes. So yeah, we were discussing on the the striker saga. Now that we are somewhat close to the the finalizing the deal and all. I've seen there is a trend in to Twitter and X and all that once we do a deal, then we tend to focus on the other the next guy or the. For example, when a lot of people wanted Sesko. Some people so that was a very uncomfortable conversation when it comes to that the tacticos, the so-called tacticos, they are I know you have personal preferences over a position profile, whatever, I get it, but what is it that you see so much wrong in Gyokeres, who has scored like 66 goals? Can't he do that job when it comes to Arsenal? And why is they saying, why are they telling like, oh, this will be the end of the project or end of the club or what? Like I just don't get that. Yeah, what do you think about that perspective?
See, I wouldn't go that far ahead. My personal preference, I think even Deepak Bro knows that it was Sesko, because
Yeah.
tactically we don't have to change much when it comes to Sesko. But I think off camera, me and Deepak Bro had a conversation by getting Gyokeres. That gives the chance for Arsenal and Arteta to tactically change to be more adaptable and to have like a sure shot gunman who will do the job right now. Whereas Sesko,
Yeah.
we all know that if not now, in like a year or
Yeah.
year and a half, he might succeed. Again, it's a might. We don't know. It's all regarding potential, right? Another thing that I think people have like completely lost the plot is, uh, Sesko has not been in a difficult situation, unlike Gyökeres. Like Sesko, for country, he's not been in a difficult situation where he has to like push the country to do something or like at Leipzig,
Mm.
he never had to be the main guy to like take Leipzig to a different position. Whereas Gyökeres was seen as that guy in the English in the English league, and you know how English media always treats foreign players.
Yeah. Yeah.
When it goes to Sporting, he was the one who had to make it work for Amram to.
Mm.
I would,
Yeah.
they won the league this season is because of Amram, not because of the new Inter manager or whoever has come in. Be the main lead guy, and
Yeah.
uh, to see such a gunman to come in Arsenal is always good. Tactically, people can talk a lot of things, like how Gyökeres, when there's a little bit of physical contact, he falls down.
Yeah.
On the flip side, people can also see. I think Clive has said this properly. I think in one of his clips where he said, whenever you see Gyökeres' highlights, it's always him running against four defenders.
Mm.
You never see
Yeah.
it with other.
Yeah.
You never see
Yeah,
the other.
exactly.
Yeah.
He's a very powerful runner actually with the
Mm-hmm.
ball actually. So
Yeah.
because I've seen a lot of counter attacks for our team and we don't use it efficiently enough.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Deepak bro, you have to add something.
Yeah, I just wanted to add something. So the thing is, everyone is expecting or thinking that we as Arsenal fans are thinking 66 goals from him in Premier League or 50 goals from him in Premier League or something. That is not the case that we want here. A 20 goal or a 22 goal season from him, that is more than enough for us,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
the rest of the goals will come from Saka, maybe 10 or 15 or something, or maybe 20 from him and the assist, and say let's say 5-10 goals from Odegaard, come from Rice. Like we normally, if you take Arsenal, you have distributed goals around the team rather than one player scoring most of the goals.
Yeah.
So we are not expecting like a 40-50 goal season from Gyokeres anyways to start with. Just a 20 goal season or a 25 goal season, that would be more than enough for us to take us over the line. And as we discussed last time as well, I'm not sure whether it was you or Arun, bro. You remember we discussing about 10 crosses,
Yeah.
uh,
Probably
yeah,
with me itself.
10
Yeah.
crosses in the boxes, and
Yeah.
none of them were scored or none of them were attempted in our previous situation. Unlike when Gyokeres comes, he will be
Mm,
there at least. At
mm,
least from the 10, 2 or 3 will be scored. That is more than enough, right?
mm,
In a game,
Yeah. Yeah.
10 out of 10, 2 or 3, he's there in the
mm,
position,
mm,
may or may not miss
mm.
one. If one is scored, if that goal helps us to win, that is
That is
more
enough.
than enough. That's
Absolutely.
what we wanted
Mm,
as a
mm.
striker. That is what
True,
we were
true.
missing. So that is why I would be saying Gyokeres is a great addition. And like rival fans for sure will say, because they will try to brag about that player coming in and not succeeding, and that is what they will do. Like even if we have to say Isak will add a great thing to Liverpool, we
Mm,
won't say that publicly, or we won't say that wholeheartedly, right?
mm, mm.
Mhm.
That's the
Yeah.
same thing. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah, and again, yeah, again, it's just about perspective. I'm just, you can support any player. You have your own. We have our own, personal preferences over players and all. But when he becomes an Arsenal player, it's just about, back him,
Mm,
give him the confidence. So
mm,
so yeah, I just feel that Gyökeres will work because
mm.
he is in his prime right now, and at this point of time in this project, I think we need that prime player
Yeah, yeah.
because although I agree with all these tactics and everything, my point will be like even we don't have something to show for that tactics. We don't
Mm.
have something shiny to show for that tactics. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Because every time someone mentions that, like someone means these accounts, they mention all these
mm,
sub-inverted angles and all those angles and
absolutely.
and all those things. So I say I get that point, but
Mm,
just why can't we just make it a bit simpler? So
mm,
I guess this transfer window we're kind of changing our policy. There are a bit of policy change, I believe. That's why we're targeting a bit more direct players like
mm,
Eze
mm,
links are there, Rodrigo links are there now, Gyokeres. These are all really direct players, and now with the addition of Zubimendi,
mm,
we have that balance in midfield as well. So
mm,
I just think this is a good team. But before Arun Bro has asked, is this good team? Has this improved, or like has it? Is it? Can this team be on that level?
mm,
Which is something I need to see in the preseason. I
mm,
cannot just judge based on the players, because I need to know how Arteta
mm.
is going to tweak that thing.
I
I
think
need to
after
know.
22-23 season, this is the only preseason I'm like super duper excited, because I
Yes,
think 22-23 season is when we brought in our first attacker,
Jesus,
Yeah, yeah,
Jesus,
Jesus,
and
Jesus.
Zinchenko.
And
yeah.
now it'll be like really fun to see like how it'll be. I'm genuinely excited, not because we're playing Newcastle and all these teams, but like so many
Mhm.
attackers, Max Doman. Yeah,
Yeah,
it'll be exciting.
yeah.
Yeah, the main thing is here with
Mm,
all these six signings, it's kind of like cannot be a plan A at all. Like if
mm,
that does not work, the tactics that was not working last summer,
mm,
Arteta has to forget it rather than the players
mm,
playing the same tactics, like
right.
playing in the same tactics. If that does not work, this is your time to change the tactics
Mm,
according to the players,
mm,
rather than
Yeah.
sticking on to the same tactics and doing it all along, even though if you know that that does not work last
mm,
summer.
mm,
So you
mm,
have got more direct players. Play in the way the players are looking good, rather than playing in the way you want, which has
mm,
not worked. If
mm,
it's working with the same tactics, well and good.
mm,
Yeah.
What I want to see is the major change is when a low block team comes and defends, and
mm,
if we are not still not able to unlock, it is more on the tactics what Arteta has put in rather
mm.
than the players, I would say. So
Yeah.
that
Fair
is
enough.
what we have to judge in the first half of the season, and I would say this is a must season for Arsenal and Arteta to win a trophy, that too a Premier League or a Champions League, not
Exactly.
even a FA Cup or a Carabao Cup would satisfy any Arsenal fan.
Yeah.
I agree. I agree. I agree.
Although I agree, but I just I'm on a very I'm on that negative side of that thing, because I'm not confident enough that we can. Uh, because the problem is that we will be challenging for that, but it's just that can do we have that mentality to like go on at the end of the month? Like we have seen the pattern from 21-22 to
Mm,
this last season. There's
mm.
always a pattern of like something which we can achieve by just on the last days. We kind
Mm.
of bottle it every time. Like that's the pattern.
Yeah,
That's why
bro.
I'm more.
Okay. Let's see it in this way, right? So, what is
Mhm.
the problems that is happening? One is our players are running out of gas. Now,
Mm.
with this season, we brought in Norgard,
Yeah.
good bench. By the way,
Good.
okay, because he can rotate with Saka.
Yeah.
Next, we brought in Kepa, who won't be cup tied or who won't jump out of the box
Yeah.
or something, right? That is another thing. And we're bringing Gyokeres. To deputize Gyokeres, we have Havertz as well, who can come off the bench, or somebody, even Merino can play, score a goal, something like that. We can do that. And we're bringing Eze as well. Did I miss somebody? Mosquera.
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 Yeah. Yeah. Muscat.
Mosquera and Calafiori could be the bench options from as a centre backs. So
You're
I think we'll
forgetting
have.
Ben White, mate, as a centre back as well. We can put him as centre back
I'm
as well.
putting a pure true, but like his
But we
best has
won't.
always
Yeah. We
yeah
won't
his
play.
if you
The
look
thing is.
realistically, his best has come from the right back
Yeah.
position,
Right
right?
back,
So
yeah.
that's why I said it. So I think in terms of rotation and all of that, we are definitely solving all that. And
Yeah.
when it comes to tactics, a lot of times we have to make do with a lot of makeshift strikers because we don't have our main striker available or that person is out of gas. So I think
Yeah.
improving our bench is as important as improving our starting lineup, which many people didn't see that initially. I think it should be good. Again, I wouldn't. Maybe I'm very pro Arteta, but if Arteta doesn't win at least a Premier League this season, I would completely understand if people said, go ahead, sack him.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would be
Definitely.
okay with it. Like I wouldn't be heartbroken. I'll be like, makes sense, makes sense.
Again, I'm not saying like we should be sad. I'm just on that side. That's it.
Ah,
I'm just watching
it is fair,
this
bro. It's completely fair
until
because
last.
like
Yeah, I
Yeah,
was
I'll
on
explain
your.
it in a different way. A simple
hmm,
thing.
Yeah.
If you start a project in a, like if you have worked in a corporate company, if you have started a project
hmm,
and the deadline day is like December, in the
uh,
initial phases, you might like take it on your slow pace or something like that. By
hmm,
end of November or November, let's
hmm,
say you have got all the resources to work on it, and if you
hmm,
don't meet the target,
hmm,
that is a different case. But in people might the people who are working on it might think that that needs to be extended, but here
hmm,
Arsenal or Arteta doesn't have a time to get extended more,
hmm,
because all the fans and everyone has waited 6 long years.
yeah,
I've been even we both have been pro Arteta till like even still we are
Yeah.
pro Arteta, but
hmm,
the
Yeah.
situation is in a way that he has got everything now. Almost
hmm, yeah,
90% of the positions have been filled.
hmm,
Let's say left wing. We don't have to worry because we can deal with Martinelli in the left wing when all these players are working together.
hmm, hmm.
He's not that a bad player to be sold, or like he's not that bad. He's
Yeah,
a
yeah, for
good
sure.
player only.
I
He
think
just had a
because the
bad
system,
season. That's it.
yeah, exactly. I think with the system, that is why I think he got a little bit sacrificed because I think end of last season we started to see more centrally banging goals left, right, and
Yeah.
center. So
Yeah.
yeah, I that's what. Yeah, I agree. I agree. But, yeah.
Yeah, so that again, that's something I'm also watching this season very closely. So again, I can't just say I'm against Arteta's thing
Hmm,
or
hmm.
something like that. I'm
I mean
just
that has been excuse, right? Uh, okay, I don't have any attackers. That is why I'm not able to get all this. Maybe, I mean, not maybe that
no,
has been the excuse for the last 2 seasons. Now he's getting everything as much as possible. So
yeah,
it should be the end game in my opinion. I
yeah.
guess.
But the thing is, when you say he doesn't get an attacker, the problem is he signed Havertz
Hmm,
as an eight, and then
hmm,
he converted him into a nine.
hmm, hmm,
But so I'm just not getting what his attacking signings are. His defensive and midfield signings are bang on. I can't mostly,
hmm,
except maybe Fabio Vieira and Sam Konga.
huh, huh,
We can say that didn't work out.
hmm,
But the other signings were all really good signings.
hmm,
Defensive signings, all cracker signings. I can't
hmm,
say much about it. But
hmm.
yeah, when it comes to attacking, there is something he needs to unlock, especially against mid block teams. I just there are certain things he need
I
to.
would say if we had Jesus without those ACL injuries, uh, 2 seasons back we would have won the season. The season, that when Havertz and Jesus were available, like for the first season, I think we
Mm.
would have won that season if Jesus was available. It's
Yeah,
very unfortunate.
I
But even,
actually,
hmm,
yeah, that season actually, if we had like Saliba or Tomiyasu not injured, one of them not injured, I
no,
think we would have
that
won
was
the
the
league.
first season we were competing. I meant the
We were
next
not
season.
expecting to be
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
top two of the
I
ECL.
meant the next season.
The next season, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Even maybe even this season, the way Havertz and Kai were finally linking up, and so what? Jesus scored 5 goals in 2 matches. Just
Yeah.
imagine if he was available. Poor guy tore his ACL and everything. It
Yeah.
was very unfortunate.
Yeah, we've been unlucky by the way. That is there, but it's just the another problem was like we seen all the rivals winning cups as
Ah,
well.
yeah.
Chelsea winning yeah, it's still a cup.
Mm,
It's still a competition,
mm.
and Tottenham winning Europa League, and also Liverpool just Arne Slot came in and just bang on they won the league.
I
That
think
was like
that triggered more
yeah.
than Chelsea winning, more than Tottenham winning. So I guess that, yeah,
Yeah.
it's fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, so yeah, we actually bottled a lot. Actually, the again, yeah, I don't want to like go on the list because there are some list, but
Mm,
yeah, the yeah, I
The
wanted to
only
ask.
thing that I want to add before
mm,
we go on to the conclusion or something like that, if you
Yeah,
want to conclude, the only thing is I would prefer Arsenal to win the Premier League this season.
mm.
But before that, just for a confident booster, I would rather want Arsenal to go all in for Carabao Cup,
Yeah,
yeah,
this is important.
because that
Exactly.
that will give a potential boost to our
Mm,
players. So that
mm,
this has been the same topic me and Arun have been
yeah,
telling from the last season. Like
mm,
Carabao Cup, winning that
mm,
in middle of the season
Yeah.
gives you like more of a chance or a more of a positive thought within the team
Mm.
to like go and win it all the way, either the
Yeah.
Premier League or the Champions League.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
you will get that mentality change all over there.
Mm.
Definitely. Definitely. Yeah, yeah. I totally agree to that. And I can guarantee one thing, that all those missed chances by Kai Havertz lost against, Manchester United in that FA Cup game, I believe one or two will be scored by Gyökeres. So,
Yeah, that's what
so we can't.
that
Yeah.
even the same thing I would say. PSG
Yeah.
game, people
Yeah.
like even we discussed if Havertz was available in that
Mm.
PSG second leg at least,
Mm.
we would have scored goals against
Mm.
PSG.
Yeah, yeah.
Imagine Gyökeres being there with what he has told, like what we have seen with
Mm.
Sporting. He
Mm.
would have at least finished one or two, which is what we
Mm.
needed that day.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I think that's all. Maybe is there anything more to discuss? Any other transfers? Like
Yeah,
we could talk maybe on Madueke, but maybe you want it on another day or something, because
Sure.
I know
Mm.
Suchit bro has said he wants to. He's
Yeah,
also leave as well.
yeah.
yeah. If you want, you can continue for like 5 minutes. We'll both continue. Suchit,
Mm.
bro, if you are
Yeah.
busy, you can. Yeah, we'll just join again.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
So
got to go. I'll just say one thing. Madueke, initially there was bad response because of the price tag, and he's coming from Chelsea. But look at him. I think there is a lot of potential on how our left wing could operate. That's all I'm going to say. I'll see you soon. Okay. Thank you so much, guys. And people who have stayed till now, subscribe, like, and share and build this community. Got to go.
yeah,
Bye bye.
thank you, Sujit bro, for joining the stream, and of course, you please like his channel as well, the Football Showdown as well. Yes, Apo, that's the sorry, I kind of switched to my regional. Sorry, so basically, we have just kind of signed 99.9% signed Viktor Gyökeres, so it's a really
yeah,
good news, and hopefully we can get one a wing, Eze and winger maybe in this window to make this like a 10 out of 10 window. Yeah.
yeah. One last point I wanted to add about Berta.
Hmm.
Like I wanted your rating about Berta as well.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
till the mid of transfer window as of now. How
Hmm.
do you rate him, and what percentage of 100 you will give him? Before that, I just wanted to add one point. This is the first time after 23 years that Arsenal have signed 6 players before
Hmm.
the preseason.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I don't remember in the last decade seeing Arsenal signing 6 players in a single transfer window, other than the Pablo Maris and all those things. That is a
Yeah.
different case. All the free loans, free transfers, not that
Yeah.
proper signings which we
Before
wanted
before
before the
preseason.
preseason and everything. I've not seen in
Yeah.
my footballing watching career with Arsenal. So yeah, your
Very.
ratings and thoughts about that.
Yeah, it's a very unrelatable transfer window for us because we have never seen something like this. We always have that have to go through the stress of the 2 months, and at the end of the day, and they'll come with this transfer and bang on, and we are all happy. Okay, finally we got this. So they know that psychology and everything of Arsenal fans, that they, once you stretch out that the whole saga, and when you bang it on the last day, it's like Arsenal fans would be okay. Yeah, we're happy with that. We're content with that. Just okay, fine, no problem. All good. Let's start. So that was all the thing before, but now Berta has come in. Something has changed. But what I had, everything was good until I just saw how much we paid for Madueke, which is I'm not impressed with that price tag of 48 million plus 4. It makes sense to have a Saka backup, but it doesn't make sense to pay that much for a backup. So that's where my question comes. Like, is he actually our left wing? Is he supposed to be the left winger? Like that. If we sell Trossard, maybe
Yeah.
Martinelli and Madueke, is that what's the dynamics that is going to play out next season? I'm not sure.
Yeah, the
Just
thing is, I
yeah,
would say one point, 52 million you watts is what you said, right? So it's like 40, 48 or 45 plus add-ons or something.
yeah, yeah,
But he's on 50K wage bill. Okay, so when you round off to that 5 year contract, it is gonna be just 60 million what we spent on him. Okay,
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
considering the
again.
65 million that Tottenham has spent on Kudus,
Mm.
which we could have, like people say, we could have got him, but with the wage bills and everything, it is much higher.
Yeah.
That they,
Again, my point is, we don't need to sign a Kudus.
yeah,
We should
I know.
yeah, well, that's my point. Like that kind of, we need a certain level, but when we sign a quality backup,
Yeah,
I don't know
I
if we
know.
should.
Let me consider this way. So if you put in Eze in a team and don't consider Rodrigo at all, we are
Yeah.
playing with Martinelli or Eze as the left wing,
Hmm.
and he's Madueke in the bench for Saka, say 65 minutes or something. Let's say
Yeah.
it comes to the Carabao Cup, FA Cups, and certain games in Champions League where he can start. You are getting a
Yeah.
left wing. If you want a rest, if Eze has played more, or let's say Martinelli has played more, and if you want someone to play out in the left wing in certain games, he's
Mhm.
versatile. He can be started on both wings, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I totally agree. I totally agree with
Yeah,
that. I mean, I don't, yeah. It's
that
not
is
like.
that. Yeah, that is the way I'm trying to justify the thing about the 50. So the price tag is high. It's not
Yeah.
that a bad thing, not that the worst thing that it looks like,
The thing
because
is,
considering it's
yeah,
23 years old. That's why.
yeah. The thing is, we were mostly people were very panicked because we have a history of not bottling transfer, targets and everything. So we kind of had this thing like we are now buying again from Chelsea is now we consider something like although we have had some people good players from Chelsea, we kind of like, why do we have to fund another club? Why do we have to like all those kind of
Yeah,
things are there?
rival club funding. I am like I totally agree with you, but the thing that you're saying whether he'll like bottle it or like the 52 million will he be worth or something? What positivity that comes up here is it is
Hmm.
Berta who has all the experience. And in
Right.
terms of, if you remember, initial the news came in saying it is Sesko more preferred by Arteta than Gyokeres. But
Yeah.
ultimately, if he is that adamant and Berta was playing with Arteta's request and everything, we would have still been behind Sesko rather than Gyökeres.
Yeah.
There is something that he might have convinced Arteta,
Definitely.
saying that
Definitely.
Gyökeres is more feasible for our club. We can sign so many players, and he might have also given him an option that if you allow signing Gyökeres, he might help
Hmm.
him to get Madueke, which he also wanted, which he or also admired or something. So that is what I guess he has balanced with it.
Yeah.
Maybe that
I
is the
hope
case.
so.
So, yeah,
Maybe that's it. Because yeah, again, I'm not trying to complain, but again, I had a concern over there. But apart from that, I felt like Alberta has done a really good job of getting all the backups and a couple of the major signings before preseason, which is very very important. Getting a striker before preseason was very important. Now that it seems to be like a done deal now, so hopefully things get sorted and we go next week to preseason. Preseason game starts next week, and let's see what all business. I'm thinking like we might be hearing more news about selling
yeah,
rather than buying for the next 2 weeks maybe. Let's see how that goes, and then hopefully he can land couple of attack
yeah,
signings, and yeah, he might get a 10 out of 10 in that case. But for me at the moment he's like on a 8 or yes, actually
yeah.
7
Yeah,
at the moment.
at the end of the day, the price tags are not what Arsenal fans. It doesn't matter
Yeah,
for
it doesn't
Arsenal
matter.
fans. It's just
Yeah,
the player who came in has to perform for Arsenal. He should
exactly.
value the badge. If he
Exactly.
performs well and values the badge, his price tag doesn't matter for us. To
Correct.
be fair, it is a problem for the club if they are having the PSR issues and ultimately we are not able to sign. That is a whole different topic.
Yeah,
As long as you are within the PSR and you paid and he's worth that amount once he proves it, end of the day, fans are always happy. Just wait for the season to start. If he performs well and good.
exactly. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so I think we can round up that with with it.
Yes.
Yeah, it was so anyway, it was a great video, and also very much thanks to Harun bro from he's part of MT360 as well now. And yeah, also shout out to his channel Water London, wonderful channel. Do check out. And Suchit bro, Football Showdown, amazing content. They consistently keep on posting, and they have been growing really on a great rapidly fast rate. So yeah, congrats to them as well. And also we have our own regional channel for people who if there are any Malayalam Malus Malayalam talking audience in the chat, just to have a check Malu Talks Arsenal, where we do Arsenal content in the regional Malayalam language. So yeah, thank you Deepak bro again.
Don't forget to say MTA360. Please like, share, subscribe, and
Yes,
share it to
yes,
all Arsenal fans. We are a new growing YouTube channel. We want all your support, your comments, your ideas, and if you have any suggestions, please do share it with us. We are always here to like talk about Arsenal. Yeah, that's it.
yeah. All right, all right. Thank you, Deepak bro. Thank you guys. Thank you. Cheers.